Hello everybody, my name is TRock09 and I'm here to talk to you about a weapon that I feel everyone in the Destiny community has forgotten about. I've gotten a rerun out of medals with this pulse, which is the footage you're seeing right now, and it's quickly becoming my favorite weapon in the entire game, and that is the Premonition pulse rifle. Now, the Premonition pulse sits at the same family of pulses that dominate Crucible, which are the 340s. For those of you who do not know, 340 RPM pulses are the same archetype of pulses like the Trials pulse, the Messenger, or for those who've been around since the Forsaken era of Destiny 2, the Redrix Broadsword or Claymore. These pulses have some of the best, if not the best, TTKs in the game, sitting at an optimal TTK of 0.67 seconds for 5 crits and 1 body, or a TTK of 1.20 seconds for 9 body shots to a Guardian, rockin' 5 resilience or less. Which I gauge is where most of us Guardians are at, considering 120 RPM hand cannons are a thing, and no one wants to be 1 critted 2 bodied. Now, the Premonition has had a rocky past of acquiring said weapon, because it launched with Shadowkeep, and just like every other legendary weapon that came up before the Season of Arrivals, it was sunset. Meaning you can't get said weapon and level it up past the base power of 1100. So bringing it into endgame level content like Trials or Iron Banner would be a huge anchor to your overall light. However, since last season, Season of the Chosen, Bungie has brought this weapon back via the Pit of Heresy dungeon with a twist, which is mixing up the pool of perks you can get at the final 2 slots. Now, even though I'm sorely going to miss rangefinder and kill clip rolls that you used to get, the perks you can get now on the refurbished Premonition has me using this pulse over all my other pulse rifles, including my Desperado rolled Adept Messenger. And I'll be looking forward and keeping my eyes peeled for these perks on every 340 I find from now on. It is that good. Now, what are these perks? I'll give you a second to look over the final 2 slots and guess which ones are making this weapon perform so well for me. Don't pay attention to the rolls that are blurred out, as those are the perks you can't get anymore. Now, for those who said Killing Wind Headseeker, you would have been T-Rock going into the dungeon. However, just to clarify, I'm not dissing Killing Wind or Headseeker. They're both phenomenal perks, S-tier level perks. However, the role that I got, and that I'm pushing other people to get, is the one with Surplus and Rampage. Now, before you start bringing out your pitchforks, let me sell you on this. Here, you can see I brought my Adept Messenger with none of my abilities recharging. My bursts, look at that, have so much less spread that it's almost night and day comparing it to my Adept Messenger. So with that being said, it allows me to hit consistent crits with ease. And I understand the necessity of perks like Headseeker when 340 pulses have a recoil pattern like my Messenger or a pulse that doesn't have Surplus, because when you start playing mid to long ranges, it's going to be hard to hit all those crits. So it'd be safer to go for the body and let the recoil do its thing where it naturally goes up and hits those crits to secure that 4 crit 2 body TTK. However, today, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about what's safe for consistency. Today, we're going to be talking about a play that's a little bit more risky, and if you were to hone this playstyle, you would be a very lethal Guardian in the wild, and you will catch a lot of people with their pants down. With Rampage in the loophole, this is the only 340 RPM pulse that can roll with Rampage, and with one stack, just one stack of it, you will be hitting Guardians at 39 to the crit and 25 to the body. So for Guardians using full resilience or less, that is a 3 crit, 3 body. If 120 RPM hand cannons weren't a wake-up call that resilience is a stat to invest in, now is that time. But for everyone else, rocking max resilience at 10 or less, it's going to be a 4 crit 2 body. Now, I know what you're thinking. T-Rock, why would I want to waste my time getting a kill to proc what is essentially Headseeker? And to that, I say hold your horses, because we haven't even begun to scratch the surface on how lethal Rampage can be. True, with Headseeker, you don't need a kill to get the 4 crit 2 body, but the trade-off for that, and I can't stress this enough, the trade-off for having Headseeker is that you have to start all engagements at the body. if you so dare as to miss your second headshot or double body someone at the start of the engagement, well, you're gonna have to put a total of 3 bursts into a Guardian, at which point you've lost that optimal TTK of 0.67 seconds by a wide margin. However, with Rampage though, that 4 crit 2 body can be landed at anywhere at any time before the timer runs out. Want to start your burst at the crit and work your way down? Heck, be my guest. Started off with 2 body shots, but landed the rest of your shots with crits? By all means, that works just fine. And everything in between, as long as you hit 4 crits and 2 bodies, they will drop within that Rampage timer. And with that added stability you get from Surplus, the recoil is so forgiving. You can, as I said earlier, work your way down the body on controller. Everything you're seeing here is on controller, if you haven't noticed already. Now, with ×2 Rampage, your shots will be hitting at 43 per crit and at 27 per body. So, if you want a 4 crit 1 body a Guardian rocking 9 resilience or less, you can go ahead and do that. Or, for something with a little bit more consistency, the aforementioned 3 crit 3 body. Or vice versa, 3 body 3 crit on Guardians rocking 10 resilience or less. And let me reiterate. What? No. Reiterate. You can shoot these shots in any succession you please. This isn't Headseeker, guys. You aren't tied down to a body shot at the start of every fight. Now, I will lightly touch on this considering this is extremely hard to proc in Crucible, and you will never proc this in any game types like Trials or Survival, but if you manage to get that coveted ×3 Rampage, woohoo, boy, okay. Headseeker on steroids doesn't even begin to describe what it does. Let me tell you. You will start hitting Guardians at 47 per crit and 30 per body, meaning you can 2 crit 4 body Guardians at max resilience. This is insane. And this is the beauty of Rampage. Now, for those hoping that it would 1 burst, it doesn't, and it shouldn't. 340 should always be an optimal 2 burst for a kill. Heck, even Desperado procced on the Messenger with its TTK drastically lowered, you will still need 2 bursts to secure the kill with reloading. And while everyone else here is out reloading with that Desperado, or Kill Clip, or whatever they got going on with their Stars and Shadows, or, you know, whatever pulse rifles they got with Kill Clip or something, I'll be here, running and gunning, never reloading, always having that ×1 ×2 Rampage procced, and with the Rampage, taking down Guardians at a consistent 0.67 TTK, which is faster than any primary ammo weapon on the market that isn't sidearms or exotic. I can't remember the last time I fell in so hard with an archetype. This weapon has made me fall in love with not only 340 pulses, but pulses in general all over again. And I hope with this video, even though it's locked behind a dungeon and it's probably going to be the hardest of the moon weapons to be obtainable when they all come back July 6th on reset, I really hope this video opened some eyes out there, or at the very least introduced a new perspective on 340s and how great Surplus and Rampage can be on them. So yeah, just want to say thank you guys so much for your time today. A special thanks to my friends that helped me test this weapon in Crucible Labs. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for your time. Alright, peace. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot. Like and subscribe. Yeah, frick. You know, comment down below, I guess. Share this with your friends. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I'm not your father.